Have you ever gotten a backstage pass? I, for one, love an all-access pass, a chance to peek behind the scenes, what's really happening and who's really in charge. You know, one of my favorite examples from my life was at the Dove Awards, when as a young person, I got the chance to go to this Christian music industry awards event and meet and rub shoulders with all the who's who, all the people in the industry, people that frankly I idolized, people like Steven Curtis Chapman and Mac Powell from Third Day and Amy Grant. It was so cool to see behind the scenes at what made the music industry tick. But you know what? We have an even cooler all-access pass with a much more profound picture in the Bible. In the book of Revelation, the Apostle John gets an all-access pass to heaven itself. And look how he describes it in chapter 5. He says, "Then I looked and heard the voice of many angels, numbering thousands upon thousands and 10,000 times 10,000. They encircled the throne and the living creatures and the elders. In a loud voice they were saying, 'Worthy is the Lamb who was slain, to receive power and wealth and wisdom and strength and honor and glory and praise.'" When John got an all-access pass to heaven, he saw that heaven was laid out in a very particular way, with Jesus at the very center. It says he's in the center of the throne. And around him are these 4 living creatures praising him, and these 24 elders casting their crowns down and praising him, and 100 million angels worshiping him. And even later it would say all of creation oriented toward him and praising him. The key takeaway is this: all of heaven is oriented around and is constantly worshiping the one who is worthy of praise. And that leads to this week's key question. Jesus is on the throne in heaven, but is he on the throne in your life? If we were to get an all-access pass into my heart or your heart, what would we see? I'll be the first to admit there have been seasons and chapters of my life when God has not been on the throne of my heart like he should have been. You know, even in the example we looked at earlier, in that time when I really did idolize Christian music artists. I gave them praise. I gave them honor and glory that should have been given to Jesus alone. And you know, ironically, all that time they were telling me through their music, don't give the praise to me, give it to Jesus. I even got to meet one band named Casting Crowns. That's right, their very name said, hey, we are taking the crown off of our head, we are laying it before Jesus, we're giving him all of the glory, and you should too. You know, that's just one example from my life of a time that something took the throne, stole the praise of God who should have been on the throne of my heart. I wonder what comes to your mind as you think about that. Continue to pray about these things and think about these things. We'll continue the discussion this Sunday at 10 a.m. at Cascade Fellowship as we get into chapters 6 and 7. We're going to see this Lamb open the scroll and break the seals, ushering in the end of human history. And I can't wait to go there with you. So let's read ahead. Let's begin thinking about it. And I'll see you Sunday at 10.